He has two choices. First one is to attack his opponent. Okay, now assuming his opponent's been macroing, he's got to make a decision. Will this do damage to my opponent? If he's won a battle and he has one zealot, one stalker left, obviously he's not going to do damage to his opponent. But he's going to realize, hey, I've killed my opponent's army. He has nothing to attack me with. He's just lost his army. That is a safe right now for Zouv. Is a safe time to expand because he kills his opponent's army. He has the army advantage and he can defend it, and he can get the econ advantage. And if we keep going here, we will see that Zouv actually does expand. Awesome timing. This is why he won this tournament. This isn't because he had superior build orders and stuff. He is smart like this. And here comes the probe. Awesome. Right now, he's going to his base. Look at this. He's got one stalker, two zealots, and a sentry. He cannot stop this at all. And if he has two bases, he can get so many more gateways up and has such a serious economy advantage right now. That is how he wins games. Zouv now stuck. Now look at this. Compare this. He's got 3 gateways. He's got robotics facility. He's got, look at the saturation. Look at the harvesters. Harvesters are even right now because they're both building them. Right now, though, once this finishes, Zouv can build twice as many probes. He can rally the top nexus down to this mineral patch. He can probably even just grab half these drones and move them down. By the way, while we're up here, see how these drones are moving around a lot between patches? Not just between the nexus and the patches, but left and right. That means it's oversaturated, okay? When you have that, grab another base, grab half of these drones, move them down here, and bang, you have 2 bases. You don't have to wait for this nexus here to build up 1, 2, 3 drones. Just move half of them down. Unless it's in a really dangerous spot where you can get like loose probes, it's always good just to grab half your drones. And let me just select this real quick. So I've selected this. See how these probes, look how many probes are out there. That is what you want. I see a lot of, especially Zerg players, get 2 lines, just honestly in game, select all your drones at that spot. If you have 2 lines, you have nowhere near enough. You need to build more. And look at this. He moves half down. Okay, I'll just really quick over here. Persky expanding right now. So I'm going to pause it right now as well. Persky, look at his army here. He's got 4 stalkers, 4 zealots, 2 sentries, and he's warping in another sentry, 2 more stalkers and a zealot. So small gateway army. Look at this army down here. Look, he hasn't really built it up since he last attacked. He spent his money on this nexus and these probes. So he's decided, I've won that attack, I'm going to go economy. On the other hand, he's lost this attack. He's gone, oh my god, panic, spam units. I need an army to defend me in case he counter pushes. Yeah, that's true. And honestly, if he didn't lose that attack by, a significant amount, like if he only had 3 zealots left, people are still doing that. They're still building up this huge army. Don't build up this huge army. Get a few units, just in case. He might send a bit of a harass. Get a stalker, a zealot, and a sentry. They're a good unit. You can delay with the sentry, and your 4 gates can warp more units and defend. And you're golden, really. You don't have to build all this. You can get this expansion up sooner. It's very, very important for Protestant Terran. It's game winning for Zerg. That is the kind of stuff you need to just know as Zerg. When to drone and when to build units. Because honestly, as Zerg, I've seen Zerg players just go full units after 20 drones. I'll get 20 drones in their main, I'll get a few in their natural. You know what? I did this. Okay, actually a little bit of story about me whilst I'll actually keep this game paused for a second here. I did start StarCraft 2 without playing on beta. My first 5 placement games, I lost. I honestly came home at midnight because I went to the city for launch. It was heaps fun, awesome night. I was like, yes, StarCraft 2, I love Blizzard games. Came home, lost 5 games, I got put into bronze. Bottom of bronze. And I was like, oh man, I thought I was good at RTS because I have a bit of a history with RTS. But you know what I said? Look, I'm going to get myself better at this game. I could have 6-pulled my way to Diamond. I didn't, because when you get to Diamond, you get stuck, and then you got to relearn the game, and you're playing against people that are stupidly hard. I worked my way up the ladder, through Silver, Gold, Platinum, and now I'm in the middle of Diamond. That's my story. So don't think that I haven't been at your level, because I have, and I have improved my game since then. Anyway, I'm pausing the game. So right now, look at this beautiful instant base. Look at that. That looks like an awesome saturated base. Right? He's got pretty much the same harvesters, except this is a little bit oversaturated, and he's still building more. So this base here is starting to look a bit unsaturated. See, there's a bit lacking. Keep in mind these are with gas ones, but still. So he's building these ones, sending them here, populating that one and populating this one, getting 4 gas. Economy-wise, just look at it here. 1,300 against 900 or 800. Okay? That is the difference. That is huge. So red right now, which is Zouv, can build more units. if he builds more units, or he can tech, or he can get upgrades, or he can do a combination. You can get a forge, get +1 weapons. It's only 100, and then get some more gateway units. He can do that. He can get more gateways. You can go 6 gate off 2 bases. 6 gate sounds really threatening. You see he's going Colossus. That's a good choice. I approve. It's tech. It gives you an advantage, and this is why he won the game. So look at this base here now. Nothing. Is he bringing some probes down? Okay, he's bringing probes down, so he's not bad player. I'm not going to kid you. He's not like, oh, bottom of bronze. This guy got to the final, so he's not a bad player. His expansion timing could have been sooner, especially with a 4 gate. If he got that up, imagine if this base here, like right now, look at the harvester count, 45 to 36. That was simply because this nexus went down so much sooner. Okay, if this went down before his nexus, imagine it would have been, his econ would be at like 60 drones right now, right? And this army here would be bigger, or it'd have Colossus, or it has to have some sort of tech, okay? This is what I've got to try and stress, okay? This is what also makes Zerg defensive, right? Zerg players, except for those at 6 pull and 5 roach rush, by the way, those are good strats to learn, but don't use them solely. Get a good macro strategy as Zerg. As Zerg, you expand early because you need the lava, and it makes sense to take a second base with that hatchery instead of building it in your first and not having any advantage. Almost every single Zerg, in fact I'm going to say every single Zerg in Diamond that doesn't cheese, as in 6 pull or 5 roach rush or 1 base all in, will expand early, as in before 25 supply, and that is why they're defensive, because they have spent 300 minerals on that, and his opponent has that 300 mineral advantage in units early on, okay, and that is why they're defensive, okay. If you can hold out though, and you get the extra drones, and you have the econ advantage, you catch up. If you trade armies, the person with the bigger econ will get his army back up first and bigger, okay? Econ, huge. And I'm trying to drill this in, because honestly I watched so many, or cast so many games in this tournament, and even Zerg players just one basing it. Like it was fun. I enjoyed it, and you guys are good players, but expanding is key, and this is why these players made it to the final, because they both expanded, and this is why Zuv won, because he had a better expand timing. So look at this army now: 1 Colossus, 2 Immortal, a bunch of Zealots, a bunch of Stalkers, and 5 Sentries. Okay, now look at this army here. We've got 2 Immortals, the same, about a little bit more Stalkers, about 4 more Zealots, 2 Colossus now. In fact, has he got 2 Colossus? No, he's only got 1 Colossus. The second one, let's say they've both got even Colossus. He's pushing out. Their armies are pretty much the same, to be honest with you. A few more Zealots here, but the idea of this push here is because he has such a significant advantage. If he didn't win this push, obviously those who watch the game know he's probably going to win. He's going to win with this push. If he didn't win with this push and they drew, then Zuv would have an econ advantage, and he would be able to come back and build his army back faster and put more pressure on his opponent, or expand. I mean, if both armies traded right here, no one could attack the other person, and we would just, if you could expand, great. Then you can defend a little bit whilst the expansion gets up and running. Bang, econ advantage again. This is why long games turn into this. And like, look at the units here. These Zealots here just getting rolled because they're getting fun. Like, honestly, blue Zealots got funneled right in here and just got focused down here by these Colossus. And as we move forward into here, like, he's still warping stuff in, so this is the advantage starting to kick in now. So he's got 5 gate up, and that's GG. Just having a quick look in the base, 4 gate forge versus what is that? That's 6. That's a 6 gate there. Forge, Robo. So basically he had 2 extra gates simply from taking that expansion sooner. He was still getting this expansion up, okay? That is why he didn't have 6 gate yet. These probes were just getting here, just making back that money that it cost him to get that expansion up. Whereas Zuv did a good push at a good time. He was making money now. He was at an advantage. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm not going to go for too much longer, obviously. I could sit here for hours talking about how good Econ is, but that is the one thing, like, that will improve your game. No matter how much you micro these units here, having better macro and building your units and spending your minerals. Let's have a really quick look here as well. At the end there, Zuv was actually floating 1600 minerals, so he could have 16 Zealots in here, or he could have another gate or more Colossus or something like that. So he wasn't even macroing that great, and that's why he's not a diamond player right now. If he worked on that, in fact, I can get rid of this now because obviously the game is over. If I go back to just before that attack, let's see if he was floating any. Because, yeah, I mean, whilst you're attacking, it's easy to float. That's what makes diamond players good. in that people can actually build whilst they're attacking at the same time. Look at this money, 400, 200, 500, 200 versus, they're both macroing very well. So that is awesome. Good to see these players, you know, it's good play. It's just learning when to expand. That is all the difference. The only other thing I can really say is play ladder games. Like, it is scary, but if you don't play ladder games, you don't get better. You can sit here watching videos like this one and all other ones, but honestly, your theory will be great. You'll kind of know in your head how to play, but you won't have like the reflexes for it, and you won't have put any of it in the practice. It's like trying to be a professional soccer player. Okay, you could read about it, you could know how to do everything, but until you actually do some, you know, physical work, start kicking a ball around, you're not going to be any good at all. Same with StarCraft. It's going to be scary as hell, and you're going to lose games. In fact, with this expand thing, I guarantee you're going to do it for like 5 games, you're going to lose all of them, and you're going to be like, wow, Benji, you are just stupid. What the hell are you talking about? Honestly, I lose so many of my games, it is not funny. If you lose those games, you'll start realizing why you're losing, watch your replays, and you'll get better. So 2 things, obviously econ, which I've gone about for 20 minutes now, and play ladder games and lose them. Okay, don't try a strategy, lose once and quit. Keep trying it. Okay, if it's working with other people, it is going to work with you. You just got to get used to it. Okay, anyway, that's just my 2 little tips. I hope that's enough. Hey, if you like this video, please comment on it on YouTube, or send me an email. My email should be on my YouTube. I'll add it to the comments for this video, just as we watch this fight again. Obviously, you can see a lot more red units down here. That's just macro. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'll do more, but I need the feedback. Like, I'm not going to sit here and do this video if no one likes it. So, give me the feedback. I'll make more. Send me emails. You know, hey, I'll help you out with your game, because like, I like seeing people get better. I hate seeing people yeah. And I'll try and cast more tournaments for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later.